Massachusetts Republican governor cannot support Donald Trump for president. That's how you govern as GOP in Ma. I don't blame him. Donald Trump has gone insane, backtracking on stimulus talks and downplaying the coronavirus. I know Baker isn't the biggest fan of Trump. I remember Baker being furious during a conference because the federal government took all the medical supplies he ordered for the state, to the point where we had the Patriots fly in masks from China. Baker was on TV literally not trying to lose it and drop a fuck here or there while explaining what happened. For a Republican, Baker is liked by most, as he's fiscally conservative but is center on most issues. The tea could be better though. Look out, he's running for Senate in 2024, or sooner if Warren leaves office. Gotta get out in front of the train wreck. Baker didn't say whether he'd support Democratic nominee Joe Biden in turn. Not good enough. Several Republicans tried this wishy-washy bullshit in 2016 and it failed. He endorses Collins though. This guy is exactly why Warren ought not have been VP and shouldn't be Biden's pick for Treasury. Baker can appoint himself to the seat and would probably win an election for it. But at the end of the day, all he is one more vote to keep Mitch McConnell as majority leader. As a Massachusetts resident, let me just remind everyone that he endorsed Collins in Maine. So he's no angel. Vote out every single GOP, a moderate Republican. How rare to find these days. Having lived in Ma, he's not a fall-in-line Republican, he's like a tweener Republican. I mean, he listens to scientists and all in our COVID response. The next couple of weeks are going to be one Republican after another endorsing Biden. The rats are fleeing the ship. Still supporting Susan Collins though, https://www.boston.com/news/politics/2020/09/23/ Charlie Baker Susan Collins endorsement. Don't let the wolf in sheep's clothing fool you. He's not on our side. I'm a Republican voting Biden this year. Trump has failed this country in every conceivable way. Now if only New Hampshire governor would do that. He's about to get a third-grade nickname. Isn't this a first? People are acting like they totally saw this coming, but to my knowledge this is the highest ranking in-office GOP politician in America to come out against Trump's re-election. That's a huge deal. The dominoes could begin falling from here. If a slew of high-ranking GOP politicians start turning on Trump even mildly, that's a huge signal that the GOP knows the fix asterisk isn't in. Is that too hard to say these days? Anyone in support of Trump is actively working against the best interest of the American people. As if this hell ends with Trump, we can't support Republicans, end of story. Staunch Republican here. I voted for Biden/Kamala today. Trump does not represent the ideals of the party and I hope Trump losing shows the GOP that clown needs to go. I don't understand how this is supposed to be a novel revelation. Trump is the most corrupt, undemocratic man to hold office. Without Fox News propaganda, Trump would lose in a landslide. Okay, sure, he wouldn't be president in the first place. A GOP sitting in office that isn't leaving office is opposing Trump? Wow. I'm a Ma resident. I wasn't gonna vote for Gov. Baker cause he was against legalizing marijuana. However, he has done a tremendous job handling the state with regards to COVID, so he's getting my vote. Even my parents, who are lifelong Democrats, like him. I am a Democrat and I like Charlie Baker. The end. Charlie Baker is a good feckin' dude. But in all honesty, this is no surprise. I'd be shocked if this is the first time he's said this. As a Massachusetts resident, I can say he's done a pretty damn good job with the coronavirus, despite the train wreck of the federal government. Completely unsurprising, having grown up and lived in RI for most of my life. New England Rs are often very unlike other Rs, and then you have Lepage being a lunatic up there somewhere in the woods. Massachusetts Republicans are generally among your saner Republicans. That's how they get elected in a super-educated, reasonably progressive state. LOL, it's Massachusetts, one of the top 3, if not number 1, guaranteed blue states in the country. No fucking shit, he's not endorsing Trump. This isn't a brave act or anything. He's just doing what he has to do to keep his job. They're going to call him a never Trumper, shit on him, and then get back to their regularly scheduled programming. About fucking time, Baker. I'm Democrat, but I love Baker. I am proud of my Republican governor for putting his country first. I am a Democrat in Massachusetts and I think that Gov. Baker is a fine governor. I have no issues with him whatsoever. That's my favorite governor. Proud to be a MAR Republican. And even more proud to be an MAR Republican that just voted for Biden/Harris. We need more love in this world. Trump hates too much. This year has been filled with death, sadness, poor leaderships, and wars in Eurasia. We need to be together as one. Spread love, not hate. Don't vote with your party, vote for what's right. It should be noted that this guy also refused to vote for Trump in 2016, and that's why we love Charlie Baker. Dude's his own man, doesn't go blindly with party, a true leader kinda guy. The rats are starting to flee the sinking ship. Never forget that they're still fucking rats. Any real American cannot. I wonder if the dictator Trump will have his Justice Department go after him now. Wait for the freak out by Trump, lol. The only Republicans I'll vote for this year are the ones who denounce Trump, who are not currently in Senate or Congress. I'm from there, fuck yeah. We fuck with Baker ! Charlie Baker is actually the man. On NPR, he was asked, do you still consider yourself a Republican even though your values, for the most part, don't align with that party? His answer was something along the lines of, I became a Republican back in the 80s, and my definition has been molded over the past 40 years. I am what I consider to be Republican, regardless of what anyone else thinks. I'm not so sure why he's such a popular governor. He's had 3 major issues to tackle: the T, cannabis, and COVID. Little to negligible progress on the T, a botched and purposefully slowed dispensary rollout, and he's only been able to handle the pandemic with assistance from our world-class health professionals advising the broad moves. He seems like a great dude to have a beer with, but I'm hardly impressed. He's back Susan Collins and obviously being groomed for the new and improved fresh and moderate GOP of 2022. I'm ready to move on. But he thinks Susan Collins is A-okay. Blow me, Chuck. You had your chance to matter. Here's an unpopular opinion: I like Charlie Baker. Good man. Mean tweet filled with baseless accusations incoming in 3. I don't trust never Trump Republicans. If they're serious, they'd at least quit the party, but even then. So obviously, since he can't support Trump or Biden, we should have more persons in the debates, possibly the leading 2 third parties. Green Party and Libertarian Party included in the national debates would definitely shake up our elections and help break this gridlock, because Trump has hijacked his party. He's what Republicans should be like. Any true conservative or patriotic American should be horrified by Trump, his trunts, and everything they stand for. It's been a long 4 years. It's been a long 2020. I don't know Baker's politics deeply, but I can say whatever it is he thinks he's conserving, I'm not the least bit interested. Because of people like Jim Jordan, Lindsey Graham, John Ratcliffe, Louis Gohmert, and countless others, I cannot take Baker seriously. If he stands by the same thing as them, I can't stand by him. This is their chance to get rid of this albatross. The smart ones are starting to show up.